You came to this life to clear the karma of your past lives. And you can only do it if you're willing to do it through this body and this iteration of yourself. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Hello, my beloveds. So, past lives. Such a juicy topic. So many opportunities for healing and growth and self-exploration and understanding ourselves beyond this existence. And what I love about exploring our past lives is that we can find these threads, right? If we have something that we just keep looping on in this lifetime, that we just can't seem to muddle our way through, even after we've done all the mental work, the emotional work, the energetic work, that we still keep feeling this texture, right? That's woven through the architecture of our life. Past lives can give us an answer key. And through specifically shamanic training, also through many other trainings, yet the one I feel pulled to and drawn to with past lives is what I learned in shamanic training. And it also has to do with soul retrieval, right? They weave soul retrieval into past life healing. And the nature of a soul retrieval is that we travel back through time and space to the place of the original wounding. The teaching tells us that the thing that we are stumbling on now is because there is an original point of that wounding. And we will continue to bring that through lives with us until we clear it. And so in a soul retrieval, we journey back into the underworld with Huascar, and we find the original wound. And we gather the soul part that was fractured at that point. And it's the healed soul part, right? We're not going back there fixing and healing. We're going back to claim the healed part of our soul that fractured off in order to stay safe while we underwent this incredibly hard experience in a body. And inevitably, right, this is in a past life. And so therefore here we are in past life healing, and we don't always have to link the two, right? We can go back into a past life and clean something up without it needing to be as intense as a soul retrieval. Soul retrieval comes from those really, really deep wounds that fragment us at a soul level. Past life healing can be as simple as cleaning up a trauma that was significant, yet our soul stayed intact during the experience. So a little bit of nuance there, yet both of them are past life healings, different forms, different ways to access those tender moments in a different timeline, in a different life, in a different body. So there is such beauty, there is such profound healing that can be reclaimed when we take our wounds beyond this lifetime. And so it's powerful, powerful medicine. I absolutely love doing past life work and soul retrieval work because it is profound. And every single time I do it, I'm amazed, absolutely amazed at the journey that souls have taken, that you have taken, right? I might not have done a specific past life journey for you, and yet I know you are incredible. I know you are a miracle. I know you have lived phenomenal lives in many ways, right? The ones that were hard and the ones that were fabulous. The ones where you did so much good in the world and the ones where you were here to learn what it meant to harm another person, right? We're not here to place judgment or shame on any part of ourselves, but really rather look through the neutral lens of that we are consciousness exploring itself. And sometimes we are exploring it ourselves in a negative context. And other times we are here clearing the karma of those negative lenses that we chose to learn through. And we are here with a really positive lens. So, right, when we can lift up out of the pain and lift up out of the judgment, we can see a much greater architecture that is playing out inside of our lives and what our soul is here to do. So as you deepen on this journey, past lives will become a part of your healing, and it is a very rich place to explore. What I want to share with you and to encourage you, because I see this sometimes in people that I work with, is this desire to heal our past lives, which is beautiful. And then it can tend to slip into a shadowy side of healing. Because what we inevitably do, and this is conscious or unconscious, it doesn't really matter, right? It's just seeing something, recognizing it, bringing it to consciousness, and then we can do something different. But it's this way we escape our current life. Because the things that happen to us in this life might be extremely tender and extremely hard to look at. So it's easier, less fiery, more comfortable to take the wound from this life, push it off our body, and then make it about a past life. And now there's validity in that because there is wounding in the past life, right? I'm not saying that we're making it up. It's very valid. But the nuance lies in healing the past lives in devotion to the current life while not escaping the current life wound. Do not use exploration of your past lives to avoid exploration of your current life, because inevitably they're linked, and you can go deep, deep, deep into your past lives. And if you don't relate them to this life and do the work necessary for this life, you will not get the bang for your buck. It will not change you and transform you the way that it could when you are willing to let it be this life. When you are willing to let nothing shield you, nothing protect you, nothing get in the way of the exploration of yourself now. This body, this incarnation, right? This go round. This is the one that it all ties to. You came to this life to clear the karma of your past lives. And you can only do it if you're willing to do it through this body and this iteration of yourself, right? You have to be willing to look at the wounds that were inflicted and that you experienced in this body, in this life. That is when the past life healing will be tremendous, right? But you have to be willing to do it through this life. When you really start to get into it, when you're healed enough for your soul to seat inside of your physical architecture and your energetic architecture, right, all the way, most people, our energetic fields are so damaged, not because of our own personal journey, but because of the human journey, right? What is happening on our planet at the moment is such a collective human journey. And our energetic fields are not only affected by our personal narratives, but they are affected by collective narratives. And so we are trying to find a solvable way through for things like war and the dissolution of the patriarchy and the suppression of women and the harming of children. These are global problems, right? They are not just unique to you. So when we expand into this greater awareness of ourselves as a soul, right? Our soul is having a hard time coming into the vessel because of the brokenness of humanity, not because of you, but because of humanity and what we share together as a species. So as we do this healing work, our soul gets to seat into our body more fully as we clean up our own wounds. And then once that soul seats in, the soul is like, hey, can you heal this for me, please? This happened to me in many lives, and I need some help. We chose to incarnate in this iteration of what our world is because it is an incredible time to heal our souls. And our soul is going to ask us, it's going to show us things like, hey, can you help me with this? And the most potent way, the way that you are able to hold that, like the way I experience it, is my soul will pull something through from a past life and I can bring it out and hold it in my hands. And then my soul gets to be witnessed for what it went through. And then I get to help it go home. Right? It's okay, little one. It's okay. It's time to go home. Yet I have to have been willing to go to a particular depth in this lifetime, a particular level of healing in this lifetime, in order to be able to witness what happened to myself in all those lives. If I don't clear the glass, right, the template of this life, how can I hold the space for what my soul has endured? This is where this transformation happens, right? This is where that line is that if you're willing to cross it, if you're willing to say, yes, this life, in devotion to all the lives, in devotion to my soul, this is where we can really have these giant transformations that are possible on this planet at this time. So, invitation to not skip over this life in order to heal past lives. Bring them all together. The deeper you're willing to go in this incarnation, the more you will be able to clear from the past and the future and the present and all the things outside time and space, right? Where it gets wild and unimaginable and yet also at the same time incredibly real and true. So as you are exploring yourself beyond this life, beyond this realm, right, as you are journeying into the timelines of other existences, how present to this existence are you? How willing to hold yourself in this lifetime are you? Because the deeper you are willing to go in this body now, the more of you can gather from other places. And if you are interested in going deeper into your past lives, right, this is some of the work that I do. I can explore past lives for you through Akashic Records, soul readings, right, and in your soul book. I also teach workshops in town here in Bend about teaching you how to access your own past lives. I have an online study course called Past Lives Pilgrimage, where it walks you through the process of exploring your past lives and doing healing work in them for yourself. And then, of course, we have the journey, where this is a large thread of what we do inside the journey of exploring past lives for all the different ways. We also learn soul retrieval. We learn soul-to-soul healing. There's so many different healing modalities that we engage with in the journey. So if it has been pulling you, right, feeling that pull of the thread of your soul, as I know some of you have that I've talked to, It's time to say yes. These are the times. Come join us. We're all in this ride together. I love you.